used to just love it because I used to just love the solitude because it gave me a platform from which I could think. I enjoy thinking. All right? But the Lord said to me, He said, well, it's okay to be lonely, but your loneliness is not supposed to lead to fear or to frustration or to anger. And it's not to be the result of hurt or disappointment or being bitter. He says, that's not the loneliness that I am referring to. I am referring to being alone with me and allowing my Spirit to take you to a place of solitude. Now, I want you to get you to progression. Fellowship, loneliness, solitude. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High, a place of solitude, shall what? Abide under the shadow of the Almighty. We don't teach solitude. We teach loneliness as being just a horrible thing, you know. Oh, God forbid you're lonely, you know. But I'm trying to give you God's perspective on this matter because everyone in here has experienced loneliness in some kind of degree. All right? Now, loneliness could be the result of a divorce. Loneliness could be the result of a death. All right? And while I'm on the term divorce, all right, I want to share something else that God shared with me in the past couple of weeks. All right? He tolerates divorce. It's not his best thing. All right? But he divorced Adam and Eve. They didn't divorce him. He put them out. He divorced them. The word put out there literally means in English divorce. We don't teach that either, do we? So a lack of fellowship or sin, when sin comes in, it curtails your fellowship. And what does it lead to? Divorce. Divorce will get you put out. Right? You don't want to be put out. That's not a very pleasant place to be because you'll have to work the earth and the only thing you'll get is the thistles and the thorns. Right? And when you start putting your hands in the dust realm speaks about death. All right? Death. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't with adultery and abuse and all these other things. That's not what I'm saying to you. So don't let your mind go there. Separate the two of what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is that there's a spiritual divorce as well as there's a physical divorce. That's what I'm saying to you, right? So there's two sides. There's the visible and the invisible. I said last time that man is two basic components. What's the two components? The material and the immaterial. See if you're cheating. Oh, you look at it last week's notes? All right, good. I was wondering what that hairdo did. No, that's wonderful. That's exactly what I said. The material and the immaterial. There are two parallel worlds. All right? The tabernacle of Moses was a dead duplicate of what was in heaven. But you just never saw what was in heaven until it was manifested on the earth. So if God placed you in the earth and told you to be fruitful and multiply, then evidently you are His manifestation. Huh? But that's not the way we understand manifestation. You want the mountains to move, the thunder to roll, the sky to part, right? George Clooney to ride up on his white horse, whatever the case is, right? You understand what I'm saying, right? That's not the manifestation. Romans 8 says, right? Romans 8 says that the creation of God moans and groans for the manifestation of the sons and daughters of God. How about if I said this? In the end, these signs will be manifest. There'll be diverse earthquakes. There'll be floods. There'll be famine. There'll be storms. There'll be volcanoes. There'll be earthquakes. What are these things? It's not God's judgment. Oh, I'm playing with you. Now, no, it's the truth. They're signs. That's right. They're signs. It's not God's judgment. It's signs. These are the signs. Right? You see what I'm saying? They're signs. What signs? What's it pointing to? Now, if I said to you, earthquakes, pestilence, famine, and everything, it had you write down something to the end of it that said, these are the, you would all say the same thing. The coming of the end, or Armageddon, or World War III, or the end of the world. No, that's not the right answer. Not time either, Charlie. Right? It's not time. What are they? What are they signs to? Romans 8. God's getting ready to manifest the sons and daughters of the living God. Come on. Hey! See, that excites me. Because I'm one of them.
Amen.
All right? In other words, God's getting ready to unzip me, and His glory is getting ready to come out. Just like His Son did when He was on the face of the earth. Now that's powerful. But that's different teaching. You're not used to that teaching. Everything's the end of time, the end of the age. Doom and gloom. All right? This is not doom and gloom. It's good news, this book. Good news. So, when you see all these signs, and my God, they're everywhere, what's happening? Creation is groaning. It's pleading before the throne of God. Manifest your sons. Manifest your daughters. We're tired of death. We're tired of dying. We weren't created for winter. We weren't created for fall. We were created for spring and summer. We got to get back to where we belong, God. We need that fellowship. We need you once again to walk on us. We need your footprints. We need your presence. Woo! Look out, I'm getting ready to take off here. Huh? See, we need that, God. Please manifest your sons and daughters. So nature is literally just throwing up its hands, throwing up its arms, throwing up its voice to the heavens above, and it's shouting, where are your sons and daughters? Right? I guarantee you've not heard that before. Huh? You get all of that out of fellowshipping with Christ. Right? Why was it that when Christ was on the face of the earth, I want you to think about this, one Son, the manifestation, but all of us were in Him. You should picture this now. I'm going to explain some things to you. Go, this is good. All right? Why was it He could walk on water? You can't. Why was it He could calm the raging sea? I don't know anybody in this room that could. Huh? How is it He could call fire down out of heaven? How come He could take a couple loaves and some fishes and feed 7,000 to 8,000 people? Oh, there was 4,000 men. What about the rest of them? And He didn't do it once. He did it twice. Huh? Now think about this. How could He do that? Why? Because in that geographic area, everywhere He put His foot, nature, once again, was in order. It was in proper fellowship with Jehovah God, and it gave it up to the King of all glory. That is what God has called you to. Huh? Everywhere you tread your foot. Every word that comes out of your mouth. Peace. Be still. Lazarus. The earth couldn't even hold the dead. Why? Because the Son of the living God was manifest on that earth that day. Nothing missing, nothing broken. And if He didn't say Lazarus, you picture me. If He'd have said, come forth, the graveyard would have been empty.
Everybody rise. Amen.
Huh? Everybody would have got up. So the understanding that God is releasing in this day, in this hour, in this time, the mystery of the faith is literally being unveiled. God's pulled back the curtain. There is no more curtain. It's available. This is teaching that we need in this day, in this age, because everything you see around you is falling apart. I mean, it's literally falling apart. I've had one of the worst 2 weeks in my life that I can recount in years. And it's been nothing personally with Linda and I, or with my family. I've had visits from young men from 6 or 7 different churches wanting to rebel against their fathers, wanting to throw their fathers out of the church, wanting to take over. Unbelievable. I mean, it just seems like you no longer get through counseling one,